In 1930s Germany, Hitler quite literally took over the media, radio, newspapers, film, any form of communication, everything. He silenced dissent, spread propaganda, and controlled the narrative. It's how they got everyday people to believe and trust in their hateful ideology, and it's exactly what we have been seeing for the last 6 years. Fast forward to today. Trump is in office. If we look at Twitter, Elon Musk, which is now X, has been pushing right-wing content while cutting back on moderation, or the moderation that he doesn't agree with. Or how Meta, Facebook, and Instagram have removed fact-checking tools. There is a pattern happening here, and they're flooding the platform with one very specific message, one right-wing message, to drown out the truth of what's actually happening. Another parallel is the fact that the Nazi movement was a Christian movement, that the Nazis also were framing this traditional home life, or trad wife, as we call them now, and they pushed women into the home. I don't know if I'll pronounce this right, but they had this phrase that went Kinder, Kirche, Küche, which essentially translates to children, kitchen, church. Does that sound familiar? Well, today we see movements like this that are trying to roll back women's rights. So think about just yesterday and the fact that they took down reproductiverights.org. Look on the White House website, you'll see presidential actions that just went into effect yesterday. One of them was defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. I can do a whole video on breaking down that executive order, but I don't want to get too far off track right now. All of these actions that Trump is enacting, and we are going to see more of this in the coming days, it's the same playbook, but it's just updated for the digital age. So the TikTok ban, in my opinion, that was a stunt. That was a complete stunt. It was not about security. They wanted to show us how easily they could take away a place of assembly and a place where we can speak freely. It isn't just about videos, it's because we have the ability to organize on here, to share truths and resist. So if we look from Nazi Germany to now, history proves that when a government is pushing to control media, it means they're pushing to control people. And I think that begs the question, will we let that happen again? It feels like we are. We have been ignoring the signs. The mass population has been ignoring the signs. Historians have been screaming this from the rooftops for the last decade. And so we need to talk about this while we still have time. We need to organize while we still have time. Stay up to date with current events and read about the history